Posted in the act, got to hit the club. We've been mobbing all day. On some Jono, VIP stats. Look around the club. What do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snap. That's the new move. Where I'm from.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here between the Dublin Shamrocks taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys back in the U.S. looking to build on last week's victory in Dublin. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
You see the numbers for Irving in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know it's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's able to find Melton. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Second down and a yard. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see how they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On play action, here's Williams. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And it's a short one here, second down. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect that offense, keep everyone in, and run, one or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, Williams. Going for it all. And will be intercepted. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Mustang 19. 60 Eagles. 19 Lions.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
19-18.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Jenkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Ready,
Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
2nd down and 4.
Ready. 19. Press all 80. Unlock line. Unlock line. Go.
An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Red. 19. Tiger. 19. Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
2nd and 6. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they're going to have it on a first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Back to throw now on first down. That's to Bowers once again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Corey, 70, let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Mustang 19. Trap 60, Trap 60. Steady.
They'll look to throw again. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
We're scoreless after 1. Dublin with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. Like 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready, ready.
Blue. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let's go.
They'll try again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jaden Blue. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Play action. Now Williams. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To the air, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Good call.
What would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, That goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th.
So what do I call, game, to not get them to rush? Okay, well, let's come out in this. Come out in that. And then pinch. And then control him.
But he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Thank you.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 50, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hold it ready.
3rd and 9 here.
Ready. Tap to 60, tap to 60.
They'll set up to throw. Try to set up a screen for Blue. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down to force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
70.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. Look at the big fella go. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
And the Dublin first down.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready, ready.
A give up the middle. Judkins looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second and 9.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready, set. Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
On first down is Jenkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You feel alive like you can't have enough. You only feel paralyzed like you can't have enough. Still feel paralyzed like friends just having kids. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love?
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once again, Jenkins. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Come on, go!
Jenkins. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Carolina getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Looking to throw is Williams. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Well, wake up over there. Jeez.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Williams. Again, it's Johnson.
Bob Sanders, what is happening, bro? What is happening? Come on, you got to make the play.
And another 1st down. Throwing is Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Theo Johnson.
Again, that's now 31 yards.
Theo Johnson, huh?
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps.
Did you lose to Theo Johnson?
First down.
Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone.
They're really spamming Theo Johnson down the stretch of a half game. Come on now. These folks going for it. That's the last game of the year.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go. Here's Williams. Quick slant complete to Melton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 11.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Williams. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It is week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. This will wind up a touchdown. The Bulls have little problem here. They run away with a dominant win. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they host the Houston Texans. And this is Jordan James. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Texans find a way. They win it by a point. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots hosting the LA Chargers. And it's DJ Moore. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Patriots keep it rolling. They get their 6th straight victory here. With that, let's give you a look at the all-important playoff picture in the AFC here in Week 17. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Shamrock's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A give. Here's Judkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. 60 Vikings. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Steady Eagles.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Half to 60. Half to 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, that's complete. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Come on.
They'll give it to Jenkins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Go! Panther 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos. Go!
Back to throw now on first down. He completes it to Hunter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
From the 41, here's second and a couple.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Cougar 19, 18.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second and 5.
Ready? Cougar 19, 60 Bison. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll swing this out to Blue. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That 18-yard line.
Ready. Red. 19, Bronco 80. 7 Pirates. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Shamrocks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 17-3. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. The next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. To the air, Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams.
Come on, bro. Come on. Like, make... I don't know. What are you looking at? Back there lounging.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams.
I was right there, game. Right there. I already know what y'all doing with that. Right there, but it's a pick. I'm right there. Make me put my hands up right there.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Caleb Williams from 17 yards out. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game.
And why did this happen? Because everything goes back to default after the halftime, and you didn't adjust it. And you can't be mad at the game because they do that. And we have had the same conversation multiple times, and you didn't switch it back, did you? Nope, you didn't. And now they run the RPO off of it, and it's wide open because you didn't make the adjustment. You know they're going to look for that.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, some strong running. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Get up! Cougar 19, touching, 19! 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Shamrock.
Let's go! Hawk 70, Hawk 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger!
On first down, it's Blue. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
18 Cardinal, 8, come on, come on. Shamrock, touching, 18, go!
Now it's Judkins. And shedding a man at the 40. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready? Crack all 80. Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. a really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Williams. He's able to find Melton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard
To the air once more, Williams. That's complete to Whitaker. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Number 83. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. On the ground, this is Judkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
That's good.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 1st down, right back to Jenkins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4.
Come on, game. Come on, with the injury timeouts. It's impacting the game.
We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
2nd and 4. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Shamrocks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second and 15. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Williams.
I mean, I can't run with them all the way through the post.
Across midfield and inside the 45.
Where y'all at?
Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
How? He's 2 yards behind the guy when he starts to cut. Game is ridiculous with that, bro. That is not good.
Here's Williams. Incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
There we go. And then he's not going to run with him, huh?
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
What?
Traffic there, that's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hey, check that.
On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
a 2nd and 8. They'll run. And the ball's knocked out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Dubliners, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.